everybody. Hello. Where have I been? I've been in Hawaii and now I'm back home. I'm back home. Let's see if I can get something to prop me up a little. There's really nothing to prop me up. Let's see if I can get this to go. Oh, here we go. Hello. So, how was my trip to Hawaii? Well, I had a good time. The weather was beautiful. It's very, very expensive. Very expensive. To find just something to eat, and I'm talking about nothing great, just like your regular, I don't know, like chicken nuggets and fries or fish and chips, Cobb salad, Caesar salad, whatever, just something real simple. I'm not talking about your real dinners like Maui or tuna or something like that, or I don't know, this whatever. Everything costs, even for kids, everything costs $20 and up for a meal. $20 and up. And I'm talking about, hey, what's up, my girl? No, I'm home now. I am home. I'm glad to be home. Man, it's expensive in Hawaii. I'm not going to lie to you. It is crazy. Just feeding yourself is going to cost you some loot. I mean, and if you was to have like a dinner or something, like say you order a Maui with like some rice and vegetables or something like that, that's easy, a $45 dish. And or a steak. Oh, it is so expensive, and they do not cater to kids. Nah, not where I was. They do not cater to kids unless you're like 12 and under. And I think my daughter she had the buffet. She was the only one that had the buffet. And I think her buffet was $17. Yeah. $17 for her to eat. But if you ordered a French toast, it was $17. So it made sense for her to eat buffet. And they do these pancakes, and man, they give you 3, and there's a lot. And everything comes with like rice or something, So they do you up with the rice for breakfast and stuff. But yeah, it was so expensive just to feed yourself, just to get you a real meal. $20 to $30. 20 is the low end. 25 and up for just your food, and your kids. Like we went to we were in Lahaina, and we were walking around, and yeah, it's expensive, girl. Oh my God, we went to Lahaina and we were walking around, and my son is really picky, so he had to have chicken nuggets. I know he's almost like 6 feet tall, and he's a big boy, and he still had to have chicken McNuggets, right? So we went to like 5 different places to see if they would do chicken nuggets. And yes, they had chicken nuggets on the menu, but they didn't have adult size. And I said, well, can you just adjust the price so we can get he can have the chicken nuggets? I don't care how much it is. Just, bring him an order of adult size nuggets and fries. And they were like, no, they can't do that. See, the thing, they didn't want to cater to like kids' food. They didn't want to cater that kind of stuff. They just like want to make their fancy food, I guess. We finally got to this one place in Lahaina called something Pirate or Jack Pirate, Captain Jack's or something like that. I think it was called Captain Jack's. And you go up the stairs, you get up at the very top level, and of course it was chicken nuggets. And I was like, could we just order the chicken nuggets and I'll just pay extra? And the guy was like, I'm not going to charge you for it. I said, well, he wants a good size, so I can just do 2 orders of child chicken nuggets. And they're like, oh, I think the adult side, the kid side will be fine. And it was. Oh, my God. It took 4 places to get to before we could get to somebody who is actually going to make the freaking chicken nuggets. It drives me crazy that that's all this kid eats, you know. He won't try nothing else. He won't try no fish. He won't try no steak. Nothing like that. He used to eat good, but he don't eat good like that no more. When he was a little kid, he used to eat good like that. So I just was like, oh, come on, Jake. You won't eat anything like that. But anyway, we got our bill on yesterday. And I thought it was kind of weird to get the bill, because I'm thinking you get the bill when you check out, right? So they charged us for resort fee, of course, but it was 2 times they charged us. They charge you resort fee, occupation fee. These are all extra taxes. Parking fee is $30. Resort is $30. Then they nickel and dime you with a bunch of other fees. And then they also charge you, there was something else that was real bogus. Tours. And then, they even had a pool fee, activity and pool fee. It was just like, dude, nickel and dime. It's like the telephone company where they just keep adding on. I was like, are you kidding me? So we was like, well, she said she wasn't going to charge us for the resort fee. So we went down there to see about it. And would you know that I went to the, my husband went down to the area where you check in and check out and everything, right? And he comes back, he says, well, we're leaving today. And I thought he like went off and he's like, you need to go. I was like, what do you mean we leaving? What happened? And he's like, we were scheduled to leave today. I was like, what if we didn't even know? We would have lost our flight. There's 4 of us. We would have lost our flight if we didn't know to go. And we would have, we would have been asked out. Like a whole day. We thought a whole day we had an extra day, and we did not. But the good thing was we had a red eye. But still, I was just like, what if we didn't even know that we were supposed to leave? Of course, I thought it was strange that housekeeping never came to our room, because I guess they were waiting for us to check out. So we got a 4 o'clock checkout, and so we had to wait till 9 o'clock to leave, to board. So between 4 and 8, it was like, what are we going to do? So I went and got my nails done. Ooh, they're pretty. I haven't had acrylics in years. I do the shellac thing myself, but I was like, I'm tired of doing shellacs. I want long nails, and I want to do acrylics. So these are acrylics, and then she just did the top clear. She did like a natural, because I just wanted a natural look. So she did a pretty good job. I'm thinking that, because I have the file and the acrylic and all that stuff, so I'm thinking that I might be able to keep up with it. I might be a little too ambitious. We'll see. We'll see if that works out. If I can just fill in myself and just kind of like, put in the fill, because I do have that stuff already. But, so I went and got my nails done, and I got my toes done. A pedicure and a full set. And they were working real quick. And then I got out of there about 6:15. And then we jet on over to the airport, which was a good 45 minutes. So we got there. It wasn't too much time where we didn't have anything to do. I can't believe how we almost didn't even, we were like a day off, thinking that we were leaving the next day. I can't believe we almost did that. I'm like, really? We would have been so pissed if that was the case. We was leaving that thing. So, we got back, and, I'm probably gonna need to charge my phone here. Oh my gosh. So we got back. Oh, the plane ride. Oh, that was torture. Family was in the front row. I was by myself, and I was sitting right next to this man that I don't know. I wanted to lean on him so bad. I wanted to lean on him. Oh my God. I just wanted to sleep, and I just wanted to go like that so bad. And I know he wanted to too. But he had his girlfriend on the other side, and I guess he was leaning on her side. Actually, he was kind of leaning forward. And, it was the most miserable flight, 5 hours, because I couldn't sleep. I was right here, and you can't be leaning too much, because every time people walk by, they're like right there, right there. How long is it? 5 hours? It's supposed to be 5.5, but we got there in about 5 hours. Yeah. And girl, it was at 9 o'clock, and I was doing good till about, I don't know, about 11 o'clock. I started getting drowsy, and then I wanted to sleep so bad. I even tried to do the thing like this, and that little tray thing is too low, or so I couldn't get a good comfortable. And then right here, you can't be doing too much because people are walking by right here. Because I was on the end of the row, and this guy right here had his arm, on the resting, so I couldn't really nod like that. Oh my God. I just wanted to lay on somebody so bad. I was like, please let me lay next to you. It was awful, you guys. It was so awful. I was just like, no, you can't. So I was leaning like this, and I tried to watch a movie. I watched the Avengers. Now, I have not watched any of the Avengers, ever. And I really liked it, even though, everyone's like, you got to watch all of it to get the idea of what was going on. But I was able to follow it. And it was long. Oh, my God, it was long. But it was good. A lot of stuff going on. I think I got the pretty much the gist of it. But the very, very end of it, I didn't see. I know. I fell asleep. I was like, I got to turn this off. I turned it off, and I started dozing off. I was sleeping so good for a second, and then I was like, no, this isn't going to work. Because I'm one of these people who can sleep easily, but I can't sleep standing up, and that's how I felt. Like, I was, sitting there like this. Like, I couldn't do anything. Next time, I'm going to get me one of them neck things. I almost bought one. Dang it. I almost bought one. Those would have been good, because at least I could have went like this and slept. Ugh. Yeah, that's a rough one. Always, when you do a red eye, try to sleep with somebody. Try to get one where you can at least lay upon somebody. Some people had their legs up and everything, but they knew the people, so they could do that. Yeah. You can watch movies. I guess they have this thing called a Go. It's a Go app or something for Alaska Airlines, and you don't need the little iPod an iPad thing. It gives you an app, and you can go on your phone and you can download movies and stuff through the phone. And I end up watching that, the Avengers coming back, and then going there, I end up watching that movie where Lady Gaga was in, and that dude. I didn't see the end of that either. What is the name of that? She's a singer. Star is Born. I ended up looking at that. It looked pretty good, but I didn't see the ending of that. Oh, and I also seen Us. Finally got to see Us. I just now seeing that, and that was, everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta really watch it to figure out." And I was like, I didn't see the ending though. I didn't see the ending coming. I saw the whole movie, but I didn't see that the whole time it was her. I thought it was kind of weird in the beginning. I was like, I wonder if if they traded off, because the mom was like, I just want my daughter back. And I was thinking, well, maybe that's not the same daughter. Maybe it's the other girl. The other woman, she said, I'm going back. I'm going to get revenge. I'm going to teach everybody to do this stuff. And I'm going to get my life back. Because she said, imagine what it was like to never leave and go out in the sun and everything. And I started thinking, maybe that was her from the get-go. But yeah, Us was good. Starborn was good. I just didn't see the end. And Avengers was really good. So I ended up seeing 3 movies. And, yeah, I had a good time. Do I want to go back? We got invited, and we didn't go through we did one day of my hot rate thing that I got, and then the package thing we paid for. We did it a couple years ago where we had a suite, and this time we thought we were going to get a suite again. This time we got invited back, And we checked in, and it was like, well, we checked in with the hot rate, and I thought, okay, that's what the hot rate is, but we got something else going on for this package thing we got. And they were like, no, this is the same hotel, and you get the same kind of room. And I was like, well, last time we were here in the villa, because it was a package thing that they had. And they were like, no, this is the same hotel, this is what it is. And so it's kind of hard, because it was just 2 beds. There were 2 queens, but I wanted a villa. I wanted a room for myself. Like, my family's too big to just be in one room. And we can't do that stuff no more. It just doesn't work out for us. It gets too messy. It's more work for me trying to keep it up, clean up. Everybody's got to sleep on top of each other. It's just like, oh, I don't know. I said I don't want to travel again if it can't really be on that level. Otherwise, it's just work. I'd rather just stay home. I mean, it's Hawaii and everything, but and then because the other one had a kitchen, so you can actually eat. Oh my God, we were there we were there 6 days, 6 or 7 days, and I tell you, you really want to have like a home cooked meal, because like you could eat like fried or a salad, or fish and chips or some stuff like that, but to have just like a real good dinner, that's just gonna cost you. So I would just rather to have me a kitchen where I could actually cook something. So I was looking forward to coming home as far as sleep wise, because I was just like, I ain't slept. I was sleeping with my son. My son, oh, he is brutal. He's liable to beat you up in sleep. So yeah, I just was the first night I slept on that couch. It was like that couch was not comfortable. It was just like, oh, I can't. But anyway, if I can't get the villa, I just prefer not to go, because I got to get proper sleep. You think you don't need it, but then after it gets kind of old if you can't get that proper sleep. So yeah, I had a good time. I just ready to come home. When he said that he said, oh, we're going home, I was like, oh, great. Everybody else was so bummed. They were like, oh, then we get one more day, and oh, I didn't get a chance to do this, I didn't get a chance to do that. I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm the only one that would be like ready to go back home from Hawaii. I am so funny. I'm just funny. Oh, the timeshare thing. I gotta talk about that. Gotta talk about the timeshare. So, I get the employee rates and stuff like that. But they were like, we still want to invite you to come to the hotel, do this package deal, and do the timeshare. So, it can't just be one person to go to the timeshare. We both have to go. So I went to the timeshare, and we went together, and we saw 3 people. The first guy was really nice. Cool guy. Down to earth. He's like, you don't have to get into this. I get paid as a salary, not commission, so I'm not going to, try to sell you, blah, 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 da, da, da. He's telling us about his family and what he does, and we'll ask questions about us. He seemed real genuinely interested in us. So we were like, okay, this guy's cool. He shows us around. He shows us the rooms. The rooms are beautiful, okay? Beautiful. It's like a condo. You got a balcony, big long balcony. They got all the furniture that comes with it, as far as your table settings and everything. All you need to do is bring yourself. You don't need to bring any furniture or anything like that. It's a hotel. It's really crazy. It's a hotel, but it's a timeshare. So he shows us the 2 bedrooms, sunken tub, big shower, just like your normal hotel. But think of a suite in a hotel, a resort hotel. So the place was bad. He's like, you could come here and spend 5 days here. 5 is really not enough to bring your whole family there. I looked for Denmark 20 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Hello, it's Kisa. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining my live. I'm talking about Maui and my trip there and timeshare right now. So we get there, and And by the way, subscribe. We get there, right? And okay. So they show us the rooms. The rooms are bad. One is a view of, oh my god, it was just unbelievable. Beautiful pools, everybody having fun, poolside basically. And the other view was ocean view. Of course, ocean view was way more expensive than the pool view. I didn't mind the pool view. It was awesome. Okay, so he talks to me. It was weird. He starts crying about how he really loves his kids and he wants to have experiences with them and blah blah blah. And I was like, wow. He's like crying. And then it just got a little heavy and emotional. Okay. And that was the first guy. The second lady comes in the room, and she's the one that tells us how much it's gonna cost. $31,000 for basically being part of a club. $31,000. That's what you pay for. That's a lifetime. They call it timeshare. But to me, it's not like you weren't buying a property. You're buying an idea. You go online, just like you would do on your hot rate. You go online, you ask for availability, and they'll tell you when you can go and how long you can stay. So it's not like you were buying that particular room at that particular place. You can go to Colorado, you can go to India, you can go anywhere. It's a hotel. But it's $31,000 for a lifetime. Okay, so once you pay $31,000, you own it. They call it a deed, but there's really not one thing you own. You just own this like a kind of like a club or a member. And then she said she gave us the rundown of how much that costs, and $31,000 plus $900 every year. An annual fee. And if I was to give it to my kids or my daughter or whatever, they would have to pay a $900 to keep it up, an annual fee. And it was $31,000. And it was 13% interest. That's what their interest is. But then we can change it if we wanted to. I was like, why can't it just be right on the first step? So I thought that was crazy. And then they give you all these points, Bon Voyage points. And the points were crazy. Like, you would have to spend $27,000 to get to accrue all these points that they give you. Now, the points, you can use them for airlines, you can use them for hotels, you can use them, they're the hotel points. Just like you have Alaska Air points. Airline points. These were Marriott Bon Voyage points. Yeah, I think that's how it works. But anyway, so there were a lot of points, and I was looking at them points. I was like, oh, that take a long time to get those points. So then, so you get the point. Now that's if you make that move right there, right at that moment. You can't go home and think about it. You got to do it right there. And so she said, I'm gonna give you guys a moment, and you guys talk about it. And once they walked out the door, we were like, what do you think? And I was like, nah. And he's like, no, nah. So we got up within 5 minutes. We got up within 5 minutes and was looking around. We're ready. They were like, oh, how'd that work? I said, nah. And my husband was like, nah, we're not going to do that. So we both said no. And then they bring another lady. Now, this is the third lady. She comes in. And she's not rude or anything, but she gets to right to the point. She's like, we want to offer you guys to come back here again, do the orientation one more time, and this time we want you guys are going to stay in the villa. They should have had us stay in the villa from the very get-go. You guys are going to stay in the villa, but you got to pay again $1,500. Then they need us to make the move again. You can't go home. You can't go home, think about it, blah, blah, blah. You got to make the move right then and there. I don't know about you, but anytime somebody says, Here's a good offer. This is what you're getting. This is incentive. But you got to make a move right now. I don't make no moves. It could probably be something to save my life. Just like that. It could be like a doctor saying, you know, you got to get this operation, but you got to do it right now. I'd be like, I don't like when people try to push stuff on me right away. You got to let me think about it. If you don't let me think about it, I'm going to think you're shady. That's just how I am. I'm going to think you're shady if you don't give me a chance to think about it. And the guy was like, you got to make a move. You got to make a move right away. I was like, nah, he ain't gonna let me think about it. Gotta be shady. So anyway, she tells us that it was supposed to be $1,500, and it was gonna be 5 days, 5 or 6 days, and it was going to be I don't even think it was going to be a 3-bedroom. It was going to be I think it was just going to be a studio, which would be 1 bed and another pull-out queen bed and a bedroom, or 1 bedroom with the pull-out queen. So what was I going to do? So what I did is she left out the room again. And then we looked at each other and we said, nah. Because we already know they're going to invite us anyway. They're going to invite us anyway. So that's like, nah, we're not doing that either. So they gave us a $75 voucher and sent us on our way out. They were done with us at that point. So we took our shuttle bus and went back to the hotel. And we said, what just happened? I said, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for me because I already got my employee rates. I don't even understand, because I was like, you sure you're supposed to be offering? They said, oh yeah, some of the employees are owners too. And I just thought, but why? Because they already get good rates. But hey, it would have bypassed all that, you know, having to check in and pay all the nickel and dimes that they do, like resort fees. It would have bypassed even having to go to a front office and, you know, having to do all that. You wouldn't have to pay anything. You would just show up. But again, if you're getting something already, that it's like, even if we paid the $31,000, do we really pay $900 each year on a vacation to justify that? To live the way that was, oh yeah, you would pay that much. If you wanted to live that way, as far as having a nice place to stay, yeah, you would have had to pay $31,000 for sure. I mean $900, because that vacation was a good $6,000. The rooms are like, the room was like a $600 room, 6 or 7. And then he's like, you could go here. He shows all these pictures. What did he tell? Bora Bora. I was like, oh yeah, right. I'm gonna make it there. Bora Bora. Like, who's going to Bora Bora? Like, huh? I mean, okay. I mean, I'm sure that's somebody's dream trip, but whatever. Anyway, you could either do Maui or you could spend, like, you didn't have to go to Maui. You could go to any hotel. It's basically hotels. You can go to any resort hotel. You can go to a resort hotel in Florida and spend 10 days in Florida and have that beautiful hotel versus 5 days in Maui. So I was like, okay. But you don't really own anything. You just own the concept of being able to, you know, go online and get you your yearly vacation. But you still got to pay the $900 every year, your annual fee, and you got to pay the $31,000. And so I don't know. I mean, if you're accustomed to traveling like that and having, you know, those kind of amenities, because that was a bad room. I ain't gonna lie to you, that room was bad. That condominium and the views and everything. Oh yeah, it was bad. If you want to, you know, stay in a place like that all the time and you got 31 to drop, go for it. So anyway, we just know we're gonna get invited again. That's so funny because she was like, we'd like to invite you back and the orientation too. And for $1,500, we were like, you're probably gonna invite us back anyway. So yeah. As it is, when we got there, we didn't even get the villa. We got just a regular room. I was just like, ugh. That I can't do anymore. Unless I'm just traveling alone, I can't do that anymore. It's just too hard for our family. We need 2 rooms like that. Kids are getting too big for that. So yeah, that was the situation with the timeshare. Now I want to just go briefly over like some of the YouTube beef that's been going on right here in the streets. What is going on? There's so much. Jay Wilson and Timothy Blaine are back at it each other. Timothy Blaine went on Jay Wilson's chat and going off on him, calling him a B, and that he shouldn't be the one to speak for people with HIV, and because Jay Wilson be doing some work for PrEP. He speaks on taking the PrEP pill. I guess he gets a kickback for doing it, and so he's always talking about PrEP. Tracy is so funny. She's like, "What about PrEP? What about PrEP? What about PrEP?" Said over and over and over again about Mr. Wilson and PrEP. What about PrEP? You never talk about PrEP anymore. What's going on with PrEP? I don't know if he still gets a commission for speaking about it. He probably do. He probably got his hands in a lot of stuff. That's the pastor we're talking about, Jay Wilson. Anyway, him and Tim are going through it, and I don't know. I think it might be dying down now. So just a little light shade between those two. We already know that the situation with was it 5A and freaking Tracy, 5A and Tracy. They're going through it. But you know, they always go in and out. I'm gonna have to do a video. I can't really get into this right now. I have to do another video about those guys because it's a lot to talk about, and I can't really just lightly talk about it because you're not gonna really understand what's going on. I just want to talk about a little bit of the the YouTube stuff, and then I'm gonna come back and talk about all that later. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment. And tell a friend if you care. And subscribe. I need more subscribers. Thank you. And I'll be back. Bye-bye.